The radio crackled with static and desperation. "We're pinned." The SEAL team's transmission broke through the chaos of gunfire echoing through the Afghan valley. Dust rose in thick clouds as insurgents poured fire from the surrounding ridgelines. The team of 8 elite operators had fought until their ammo nearly ran dry. They'd seen tough fights before, but this was a death trap. "Command, we need air support now," the team leader barked. His voice was calm, but his eyes betrayed the truth. They were minutes from being overrun. Silence. Then, a voice came through, soft, composed, and distinctly female. "Raptor 1, copy that. Visual on your position." The men froze. A woman, in the middle of this hellhole. No one even had time to ask. The distant rumble of twin turbofans grew louder until the sky above them roared with the unmistakable thunder of an A-10 Thunderbolt II, the Warthog. The team leader's head shot up. "No way, she's flying a hog." The radio flared again. "Hold your positions, I'm coming in low." Through the smoke, the A-10 descended like a steel beast. Her wings gleamed dull silver under the fading sun, and her GAU-8 Avenger cannon began to spin, a deep metallic growl building to a deafening brrrrt. That shook the valley. The rounds tore into the ridge, shredding enemy trucks and bunkers in a storm of fire and dust. Explosions rolled across the slopes like thunderclaps. The SEALs ducked, awestruck, as molten debris rained down around them. "Holy hell," one whispered. "She's cutting them apart." The pilot's voice remained level. "Targets neutralized on the north ridge. You've got one vehicle breaking south. Engaging." Another strafing run, another eruption of chaos. The SEALs peeked from cover just in time to see the fleeing pickup obliterated in a single burst. The air smelled of burnt cordite and scorched metal. For the first time that day, silence fell. Only the hum of the A-10 lingered as it banked in a protective circle overhead. "Team Sabre, you're clear to move," she said. "I'll cover your exfil." The commander keyed his mic. "Copy that, Raptor 1. Ma'am, you just saved 8 SEALs." A faint chuckle came through the static. "Just doing my job, Commander." As the team moved toward their extraction point, they caught a final glimpse of the A-10 disappearing into the dusk, low, steady, unshaken. The team had fought with legends before, but that day, every man on the ground knew one thing for certain. When the valley went dark, and hope was nearly gone, it was her wings that brought them back. Hours later, the SEAL team returned to base under the pale wash of dawn. Their uniforms were torn, faces streaked with dust and dried blood, but they were alive. The tarmac shimmered with heat as the sound of a jet engine faded overhead. The same A-10 that had saved them was taxiing to a stop near the hangar. The team watched silently as the canopy opened. A pilot climbed out, helmet under one arm, the sun flashing off her visor. She moved with the calm precision of someone who'd done this 100 times before. The ground crew straightened as she passed, giving her the kind of silent respect reserved for legends. The SEAL commander squinted. "That's our angel from above." The pilot approached, tugging off her gloves. Beneath the flight suit was a face they hadn't expected, young, sharp, and steady. Her eyes held the same quiet confidence as her voice from the radio. "Commander," she said simply, offering a firm handshake. "Raptor 1 reporting mission success." The SEALs exchanged looks. None spoke for a moment. Then the team's demolitions expert broke the silence. "You flew that bird like the devil himself was chasing you," he said, half in awe. She smiled faintly. "Close. He was chasing you." That earned a few tired laughs. But the commander's tone was serious. "We owe you our lives. I've seen dozens of CAS pilots, but I've never seen flying like that." "Thank you, sir," she replied. "The Warthog does her part. I just point her in the right direction." As she spoke, a senior officer approached, a full-bird colonel. The SEALs snapped to attention. He gave the woman a nod of deep respect. "Major Hale," he said, "command sends their thanks." "Outstanding work." "Just doing my duty, sir," she replied crisply. The colonel turned to the SEAL commander. "You probably don't know this, but Major Hale isn't just any pilot. She wrote half the current CAS combat protocols you operate under. She's flown more rescue sorties under fire than anyone in the squadron." The SEALs stared. The woman who had spoken so quietly over the radio, who had turned a death trap into survival, was a legend they'd only heard about in stories. Major Hale adjusted her flight cap and met their eyes. "I heard your call for help," she said softly. "No one gets left behind on my watch. Not on my valley." The SEAL team stood in silence, the weight of her words sinking in. She wasn't just a pilot, she was a guardian angel with titanium wings. As she turned back toward her A-10, sunlight glinted off the nose art, a small painted falcon diving through fire. The SEALs watched her climb the ladder again, engines whining to life. Even the toughest men need air cover sometimes, their commander murmured. And when it's her up there, you know you're coming home. The engines roared, and the A-10 lifted off once more, its shadow sweeping across the base like a promise.